Hello everyone, this is 41 Solstice 25 Winter Solstice 8, and welcome back. I am currently building something. Or I should say, I am going to build the Amulet from Minecraft Story Mode. It's sort of a build contest thing. I have to build whatever in 15 minutes is the rules. This is a contest thing being held by Vintage Beef on YouTube. Once you build it, you send video of what you just made straight to him, and he will just sort of he'll decide if you win or not by the deadline with a number of other contestants. There's no one who actually knows how many there will actually be. It's far too soon to tell. Like, I imagine actually a number of people are just trying to figure out what can be done within 15 minutes and trying their own thing before they're going to try a recorded method of it, whereas I'm gonna do probably the dumber thing and taking a stab in the dark rather than actually timing myself first and sorting it all out, because that's how I roll. But yeah. So I have a reason for why I am surrounding the under edges of this in a bright block. So not only is it to kind of make this stand out for where it is, I could necessarily just do it standing up, but I don't know if I have enough space standing up is the thing, or I don't want to try to figure that out. So I guess the way this is going to be viewed is from above, which is perfectly fine. It's doable in creative. Like, I'm using creative mode, it's going to be viewed in creative mode, whatever. I realize it's uneven, but yeah, it's really whatever at the moment until I get to a certain point. It's got to be to a certain point before I pay a little more thought to how evened out and rounded out it actually becomes. It's almost actually about there. Now it's there. So now we're going to add that in, like a so. And I realize the amulet itself is not complete. It needs the lapis in it, but this is sort of like the start out for it. It looks pretty cool like this, and I think it also would make a pretty cool looking pathway of sorts. Let's try for something completely symmetrical, I guess. It might actually be something that might actually be a little dumb, but we'll roll with it. Sometimes dumb things work out. Because the universe. And that really does sum it up, basically. So, I didn't realize this right away, but a friend kind of pointed this contest out to me, and I was like, ooh, I didn't notice this. Because I can only, like, keep up with, like, so many channels at a time. And also, you should probably check out Vintage Beef's channel at least once. It's pretty good. So some of you might be thinking why I am filling this in. So this is for a certain added effect. I have at least thought some of this out, which is probably the good chances I'm going to do pretty good at this. Although on a downside, I can't exactly see a timer right now, so I'm just going to trust my gut instinct that if it's been a long time, it's been a long time. I should probably try to wrap it up. And that's basically what my plan was. Like, trust my instincts as a builder. If it turns out to be longer than I expect, whoops. And if I look back, I'm probably going to pause and then look at how long the recording is, and then just unpause and get back to this in like a location where I can just sort of see that nothing has really changed. Also, I can ditch these from my inventory now. Hallelujah. Like all the space now. Okay, I need lapis. I'll be honest, this choice of colors is just pure not my thing. Besides this one, and maybe a bit of the lapis, though I usually prefer the blue wool because it's darker. So this is for like a shined effect of like glory to it. I'm starting to think I probably should have done snow underneath to make it a little brighter, but whatever. We'll roll with it still. I'm thinking now I will switch to light gray wool. Like, sort of starts off in between, and then I'll start up patterning outwards. And that should look fine, I'm sure. Trust me, you guys, I'm a builder. I have done insane things. You can trust me. If I can trust myself, you can totally 100% trust me. Let's now try to follow this up wherever the shine is. Trying to think. It's a little weird the way I'm doing it. As it is, I know it's already losing its perfect circleness. And it's got me kind of, yeah. Like, I'm just very aware. After you do as many builds as I have, you just become very, very aware of it. And it's just, oh please. I want to say that's probably too close. Nah, we'll have to roll with that. Oh, right here. So this is for like a shine effect from behind it to add to its glory. As you can see, it's all shiny and mighty and saves the day. I don't actually know if it ever saves the day. I've only seen up to episode 2 stuff, which mostly has been reuniting of the people to some extent. Okay, this is looking cool. Now, what? I'm going to take a minor pause. Okay, I have 6 minutes left-ish, more or less, or more so more, I guess. So I think what I would like to do with this now is just sort of add a little particle-y effect about. Has to be random, but not too random where some spots look pretty awkward from it. That's usually the way to go about particle effects. As I've learned from previous builds, once in a while when they come in alignment, that's alright, but if it's reoccurring, you should probably stop that. Otherwise, it's going to look too orderly, and it doesn't feel as much like particles. With that said, it's usually better to do a minimalistic idea of them versus a whole ton of them. I've never actually done particles looking downward before. Well, there's a new thing for everything. which is perfectly fine, as long as it helps me look into methodology of becoming a better builder and more in practice. Practice makes perfect, but throwing yourself into the running helps you learn how to walk sometimes. I'm sure that's not how that saying goes, but whatever. It's basically that, though. Doing a bit of planning where it's going to be next, as well as adding a bit more, or sort of a shape to it. I'm thinking of this in the kind of a means of like a grid, in which it helps keep me a little more organized to some ways and such, as to how I'm building this pretty from scratch. So that arrow is basically where I spawn. I usually like to keep track of spawn locations. Saves me some thought later on. I think this particle thing was actually a good call on my end. I wasn't sure how much time I really was going to be able to pull off much, but ultimately I think it's going to turn out I will have enough time to pull this bit off. Let's see, I have like 2 minutes left according to my clock, and my sense of judgment on time and numbers, but whatever. I'm probably going to call it here pretty shortly, just for the sake of making sure I don't go over. I think it's very important I don't go over. Or at the very least, I like to take that a little more seriously. When it comes to this kind of thing. Just a little more about... And I think I will call it here. Wait. Just one spot. Just one spot. Ugh. I could do this. I have faith in myself. Alright. Now I'd say it's about good. It's got this particle effect, it's shine. This is the Amulet from Minecraft Storymode by 41solstice25 Winter Solstice 8. And hope y'all have a good one. See ya!